Hello and welcome back to Nat Scraps. Today I am playing with the September Stamp of the Month. Here in Australia, if you are a VIP and put an order in for $80, you get the Stamp of the Month for free. Or you could also put an order in and get it for $9. These are fantastic stamps. They're only available for the month that they are the Stamp of the Month for. And this one just made me happy when I looked at it. I knew that it was one that I would love to play with, to do all kind of things, and had been thinking about it and finally got a chance to get back into my studio and play. And today I am going to take you along with the first card, and really it is a play. So what you're going to find is this is not how to make a card with this stamp. It is how to play with the stamp to make a card. And that's one of the things I really enjoy doing, is getting something and then changing it and using it and moving it around until I find a way to use it. Now, I have 3 cards in this series. This one here, which went fairly well. The second one, you'll see lots more of the playing and how I manipulated things until I was happy. And then there's a third one that's a really quick, easy one. So if you like these videos, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so that you will get a notification for the upcoming videos. And it also helps me because YouTube then knows at least somebody out there likes my videos and that I'm not just here in my studio talking to myself. So I would love it if you did it. So you can see already I am playing with cutting out layers from this stamp. So I think I stamped it 3 or 4 times there before, and I went and I cut out this kind of what are we going to call this? Film strip, but it's not really a film strip. It's like a film circle. I don't know. Anyway, I cut that out, and then I took it out the little bit so I could see into the other layer that I stamped below, which I then made blue. What I realized is I didn't cut out the center piece, which is the center circle, so I missed that blue writing from the inside. So I went and I started again. Now, this is what I mean by playing. I'm doing something, seeing if it works. If it doesn't work, then I move on to a new idea, or I adjust it till I get it to work to the way that I want it. So here on my next attempt, I've started again. Now on that other one, I could have tried to relift off that circle piece, but I glued it down. So I kind of was stuck with it and realized that I would need to go again. Here you can see I ended up resorting with these stamps because there's lots of small details on them. I did end up using my MISTI tool quite a lot to stamp the images from the set. And I think I need to order some re-inker because I was having a lot of trouble with my black inks. In upcoming videos I do change, and I use a couple of other different inks to work with on the stamps. So here I'm basically rinse and repeat, where I'm cutting out those little sections that should be able to see through. And this time I'm also adding a little bit of vellum underneath. So what I'm hoping will happen here is that I'll still be able to see the blue colors of the writing underneath, but it will be a little bit muted and it will look like I'm seeing through something to see what's behind. So I am hoping that that's going to work. I then bring in the new coloured pencils that we have that came into the range with the new catalogue, and I'm going to have a little go at colouring the butterflies. So I've picked out sort of 2 different colours here, and I go in and I lay it on top, and then I decide to come back and swap over one of those pencils, I think. Maybe I didn't, maybe I kept going and gave it a second, did a second butterfly. I do like to have a test one, so if I've stamped one and it's a little bit bad or something like that, I tend to like to have that test one to try out the colors, know if it's what I like or don't like, and go from there. I am going to put a bit of the sparkle onto the top of that butterfly and let that dry. And while that is drying, I'm going in with this more turquoisey green here, and I am colouring in those leaves, just so there's a slight difference between the colour of the leaves. Now, very early on in the video, I had some dyes out, and I was trying to find if I had some dyes that I could bring in to cut leaves to go there. But ended up I stayed with what I had, but ended up colouring them a little bit with the pencil. Now, it's really hard to see on camera, on screen, if that did any difference, but in real life you can see that there's a slight greenier tone to those leaves. I'm just going to manipulate my butterfly now and give it some wings that are a little bit curved, a little bit of glue down the center, and then I'm very close to done. I didn't like how I could see the white underneath the butterfly wings there, so I went in and colored a little bit underneath, just in a tiny little area, so that I didn't have that white showing. I blended around the edge of this, and I'm going to pop that onto a card front and go from there. But I do need a sentiment, and my favourite in this set was the Thinking of You stamp set. I'm trying to look for it on my bench to make sure that I've got that right. But yeah, it was the Thinking of You stamp, and I really enjoyed actually cutting this out, fussy cutting it, so it was like a scripty kind of shape, so which is not the usual way that we'd put a sentiment on, but hey, I don't tend to like to do things the usual way most of the time. And here we go, that's all cut out, and I'm going to pop a little bit of foam tape underneath that, and you'll see I'll struggle around for a little while exactly where I'm going to pop this sentiment, and I put it on one place and then I move it and I pop it on another place, and we do a little bit of a dance for a second until I decide where it will go. And then, oh, I thought I'd already put this on the card front, but obviously I hadn't. As I said before, this is the first in a series of 3 videos. So if you have enjoyed this and seen how that developed, then you'll definitely like the second video, which is even more exploration of different ways I could stamp the stamp, different ways I could bring out different details in the stamp. So please, as I said, like, subscribe, and make sure you don't miss that one. Thanks guys for watching. I love the fact that you guys all support me, and I hope to see you on the next one. Take care guys. Oh, one last thing, I'm going to try and move that sentiment, and then when that doesn't work, I'm going to put it exactly back where I already had it, because that's the kind of girl I am. There we go. Have a great day guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye.